and we are live. So this is my third time fucking filming this. The first two times I tried to do it on my phone and that shit was a fail. But you know what? We bought a camera and we doing this. So sorry for the delay of like 2 weeks. Oops. But welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Many more to come after this. Hopefully after this first video I'm not as shy or nervous. So I did ask on Instagram for you guys to ask me some questions so I can go ahead and make this Q&A video for you guys as an intro. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm so nervous. Okay, so the first question is, where are you from? So I'm actually from Lakeland, Florida. I've had a couple people DM me just because they recognize like the lake in the background and then my gym also. But yes, I'm from Mulberry, but nobody knows where that is. So Lakeland, Florida. Yeah. I am Mexican though, so I don't know which one you were asking. I'm Mexican. Okay, second question is, what got you into fitness and was body image a struggle for you growing up? Yes, I struggled with body image a lot. I know there was a point, I think it was in middle school, where I was like confident, but I think it was more towards like high school where I kind of like started gaining a little more weight. And that's whenever I got self-conscious and this and that. And it wasn't until I want to say 10th grade that I started running. So I lost some weight there, got into a relationship, gained the weight back. But yes, I did struggle with body image growing up, just because I was always I was always like a bigger girl compared to like my cousins or friends or whatever. So yeah, I did. But what got me into fitness was basically just wanting to feel better about myself, like more comfortable in my own skin, just loving myself. I was at a point where I didn't like the way I looked, and I knew that I could only change that because I didn't got no money to do no BBL or any fat transfer or anything like that. But I knew that I had that power to change the way I look, the way I feel. And then one day I just decided to just do it, and here we are, like a year and a half later. Next question is, how did you get to where you are? So it took a lot of fad diets that failed and a lot of lessons learned, and yeah, honestly, had I just stuck to being consistent with exercising and eating healthy, I would have been here a lot sooner. But you know, typical me, just follow fad diets, trying to lose that weight like as quick as possible, and unfortunately that shit comes back. You know, don't look for the easy way back or the easy way out, because it's not gonna be, you're not gonna get results on the long run. You'll get it immediately, yes, but you're more than likely not losing fat. So, and I definitely didn't lose fat. I lost a lot of water weight, and yes, I looked thinner and the scale went down, but the moment that I changed the way that I was eating for that like diet, the weight came back. So it wasn't long term. But overall, I didn't even answer the question. Oh fuck, what was the question? How did you get where you are? So a lot of fad diets that failed, and then finally deciding to stay consistent with weightlifting and eating a balanced diet. So yeah, that's basically how I got where I am right now. Okay, so the next question is, what are your fitness goals? So right now I do want to lean out, but I think my main goal is basically to be stronger. Like, I just want to lift heavy ass shit and hopefully thin out. How can I stay motivated? You're so good. I'm proud of you, and I don't even know you. Keep it up. Thank you so much. So motivation actually will come and go. There's days that I don't want to go in the gym at all. Like, I really don't. I haven't had those days that often, but when those do come, it's such a struggle to get in there. So really don't rely on motivation to keep you going, because it's not gonna always be there. the main thing is discipline. Just knowing that you're gonna have to put in the work to get the results that you want on a long run. So yeah, but I mean, in terms of motivation, like whenever I don't feel like going in, I'll look at my old videos, like my transformation videos, or I'll look at my pictures, see how far I've come, or sometimes I'll get on like my Instagram, my fitness Instagram, and just look at other girls just working out, lifting weights, their transformations, and them like hitting PRs or stuff like that. Like that motivates me, and I'm like, you know what, just go in. Like, you're gonna be happy about it, you know, in the process. So that's my goal. That answers the next question, which was, how did you stay motivated when you wanted to quit? So yes, just looking back at my old photos, my old videos, and just seeing how far I've come, and just reminding myself why this is something that I want to do and should do, and you know. So yeah. And then to follow up on that question, how did I stay consistent? That's a hard one, just because consistency came after discipline for me. So once I decided I wanted this, I disciplined myself to get it done, basically, to get it done. And then that became a habit, and that's how I started being consistent with everything. And then I fell in love with the process of getting stronger, seeing the results, being able to lift weights. And it went from like wanting to lose fat to just wanting to be stronger. And that's really what kept me consistent for so long, just because I saw results that I wanted to see, and I just felt like really, really good coming out of the gym every day. So yeah. The next question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So 5 years, I have no idea. Do I have plans? Yes, I do. But I just feel like, just reflecting on like the past 5 years, there's so many things that I wanted to do that I geared away from. And the way that I just take that is just, you know, like sometimes you plan things in life and it just doesn't work out that way, but it's for a reason. That's why, like, to look forward 5 years from now, I mean, I have goals that I want to do, but I wouldn't be able to say like, this is where I'm gonna be at, because in reality, I don't know. You know, like, my life has changed so much, and my desires for certain things have changed. So yeah, but a goal, hopefully by 5 years as of right now, would be to hopefully work with a lot of women, just to help them throughout their journey. That's really like something that I really want to do, because I knew I wanted to help people, you know. And then I just so happened to come into this like fitness industry type of thing, like where I started working out, started feeling good, and that's really what I want to do for other women. Like, I want them to experience that same love and desire to just want to be better. So yeah. Okay, so next question is it better to stretch before or after your workout? So I actually personally don't stretch before my workouts. I'll do like dynamic stretching, which is basically like warm-ups. So let's say like jumping jacks would be an example, leg raises, like walking leg raises would be another example, jumping squats, just to kind of warm up your muscles before you know, lifting weights. So stretching, I don't even do it after. I try to start doing like foam rolling too, but sometimes I'm like, I come to the gym late. That's my issue. Like, I say I'll be there at 5:30 or 5, and I don't get there till 6, 7. So, but yeah. The next question is, how much weight did you start with when you were doing glute exercises? So, I don't know. I wish I wrote those down. Now I track my weight, like how much I'm lifting each week, and so I know now. But like before, I think I was hip thrusting like 60 pounds. I knew I wasn't able to squat 100 pounds at one point. I just went with whatever was challenging me for that exercise. So for example, if like the reps were 12, whatever weight was challenging me really bad by the 10th rep to where I had to push the 11th and 12th, that's the weight I would stick with. So I even do that now. If I'm not being challenged by the time I'm reaching 10, like I'm too low, like I need to, like, you know, pick up heavier weight. So that's basically how I choose the weight that I use. if by like the 10th rep on a set of 12 reps I'm not being challenged, I'm not like close to giving up, it's not hard enough. So yeah. Okay, the next question is, what is your favorite exercise? Deadlifts. I'm starting to like squats, but deadlifts for sure, hands down my favorite exercise. I don't know what it is about just lifting that weight. Like, I hate it in the process whenever I have to actually pick up the weight, but it's such a good feeling, such a fucking good feeling. The next question is, how long did it take you to start seeing results? So this one I actually want to make a separate video just about like my whole journey. There's just a lot of details. Like, I wouldn't be able to sit here and just say, oh, like this amount of times, because there was just so much that went on within like the 2 years for me, 1.5 to 2 years. So yeah. But in terms of like my glute growth, it took me, so I started basically April, May, I want to say like May of last year to actually start growing my glutes, because during quarantine, when like gyms were closed, I focused a lot on cardio and I lost a lot of weight on my legs. So that's where that video comes from. Yeah, so I had really skinny legs after getting out of quarantine in April. Right now I am basically almost 15 pounds heavier than I was before, but everything was on my legs. Like, it wasn't even my stomach, like that shit was on my legs. But I gained that weight back on the butt, so that's good. But overall, to answer the question, fuck, I suck at this. To answer the question, it did take about, I want to say 6 to 8 months. So what are we in now? Yeah, about 8 months, 6 to 8 months. Yeah. Okay, so the next question is, what do you eat for breakfast? As of right now, I eat either oatmeal or I'll have a protein shake, just depending on, or protein pancakes, just depending on what time I get home before work. So, but usually it's a protein shake, just because I have like 10-15 minutes. So yes. Okay, so the next question is, what are your hobbies? So as of right now, it's literally just the gym, maybe YouTube now, but just the gym for now. I don't do much, just because I'm full-time student, I have a full-time job. I work for Geico. That shit's stressing. But yeah, no hobbies. I mean, I used to paint, and I have a lot of paint and canvases and stuff, but they're all empty, so not a hobby. I did start reading, so that's another one. Next question is, do you have any pets? I do not. I was actually thinking about getting a German Shepherd not too long ago, but then I had my cousin's dog over and he chewed up my straightener. So after that, I was just like, that's a no. But I do kind of take care of my sister's dog. I can't really say I do, but she just hangs around with me here and there. So I guess she counts as my pet, right? So I guess I have one pet, but she's not really mine. She just lives with me. Okay, so the last question on here is, any advice for beginners? Stay consistent and trust the process. And don't view one bad day or one bad meal as the end of the world. You know, like, we're all human. Eating a donut, eating a piece of chocolate is not the end of the world. Trust me, it's really not. And I used to think that myself, like, oh my god, I already ate like really bad and it's just like a candy bar. Now, like, all my progress is gone and all this shit. No, just keep going, just get back on track, you know, like, pretend that didn't happen kind of. But yeah, and don't restrict foods. Like, I used to restrict a lot of foods, and that's where that fad diet came. Like, I did keto and that shit was, no, don't recommend it for anyone. Literally don't. But don't eliminate foods. Like, just be mindful what you're eating. Now I track my macros now. I have been for like over a year, and that has helped me a lot. Like, if one day I want to eat a Pop-Tart, then I'll fit that shit in. If one day I want to eat a burger, I'll fit that shit in. And I'll try to find like alternatives to things. So yeah, there's always a healthier way to make something. Okay, well that's all that I have for you guys for this video. Thank you so much for sending me questions. Now for any future videos on this channel, it's just gonna be a lot of random shit, honestly. Like probably a day in my life, a few rants here and there. I think my next one's gonna be a haul. I kind of want to do that Gymshark haul that I kind of promised. I honestly haven't even put on the clothes, so y'all still gonna see my first reactions. And bitches still got tags on them. I always order shit and don't put them on, so stay tuned for that. But yes, a lot of probably days in my lives, just random vlogs. But yeah, I'll probably do some exercising videos. I don't know, it's just shenanigans. Like that's literally why I didn't want to give this YouTube a title that's gonna be one generic thing. It's just random shit, you know. If there's anything that you guys want to see, let me know. Future hauls, always down to order more clothes. Okay, so I'm gonna end this here because I'm being watched and that's kind of awkward. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys stick around for my next future videos. Send me some ideas what you guys want to see, and I'll try to film that for you guys.